The point of this video is to show you the locations on each stage to guarantee a wall splat or stun if you hit an opponent with either a blocked or unblocked drive impact, or DI. I want to share this information because in my last 2 months with Street Fighter 6, I noticed two things. 1. My opponents missed a chance at what could have been a successful DI had they spaced it out properly. 2. My opponents were not prepared for an optimized combo after their drive impact splat me against the wall. So, before we begin, I want to break down the basis of stages and my discoveries. Each stage in Street Fighter 6 is separated into 3 parts: the left, the right, and the middle, aka the starting point at the beginning of a match. And whether intentional or not, Capcom has subtly had the middle of their stages in modern Street Fighters have an object that is split in the middle of the stage or represents the middle of the stage. I've come to see that their design language also extends consistently to the left and right sides of the stages, where on both the left and right sides there are objects contained within the stage that line up with nearly the exact distance needed to land a drive impact wall splat. I want to share these locations and objects across all of the stages as they have enhanced my gameplay and can certainly have the same impact on others. So, this video will serve 2 purposes: highlighting drive impact locations across all of the stages, and bringing awareness to combo possibilities from wall splats. And this video will not cover setups for drive impacts and will not attempt optimized wall splat combos, as that's for you to discover. With that said, let's use the training room as a baseline example. For the sake of simplicity, let's imagine your character on the left side of the stage facing the opponent. The blue line is used so you can grasp the visual cues contained in that space. However, feel free to develop your own cues such as items I didn't mention or general spacing, etc. The area highlighted beyond the blue line into the blue and yellow gradient box is where the opponent would need to be for an unblocked or counter-hit drive impact to splat against the wall. The next box with the black to gray gradient is a stand-in for where the opponent's character would need to be for a drive impact to push them far enough to splat against the wall and stun them while they are blocking. Picture these boxes as stand-ins for the opponent's hitbox. Next, I will show examples of both the wall splat and the stun area. There are a few things to note. 1. The drive impact distance is the same regardless if the opponent is burned out or not. 2. The block pushback distance also remains the same regardless if the opponent is burnt out or not. And 3. The lunge distance every character does for DI is different, but the impact and pushback distance is the same. So, having used the training stage as an example of the main concept, for the rest of the stages you'll only need to focus on the key points of interest, or POI, where the opponent's character will need to be for a successful drive impact. I'll only briefly show these points of interest, so please pause the video if you need to see the full details. Note, depending on your version of Street Fighter 6 and your NPC density setting, you may not see some of the NPCs listed in the POIs, but still note their locations in this video. Before we wind down, there's one other thing I want to do. I will show drive impact locations being used in the wild. While it may be obvious to me and some other people that the pros are already familiar with the optimal locations for drive impacts, I want to show some clips from recent Street Fighter 6 tournaments where you can see them landing a drive impact or stun. Additionally, I will point out scenarios where they did or didn't pick an optimal route, and in the cases they didn't, I will briefly show another option where they could have potentially secured a DI. Lastly, I believe in picks where it didn't happen, so I will show some match footage of me using the same techniques in ring play.
When you see a confirm that good, you're starting to think, man, did he just commit or did he actually confirm? But it doesn't matter, you got the job done. Now it's nice to make it happen. The mirror for each guy you don't care. Let's just get them, get that all to good. At the mirror for facing them, when you see a confirm.
Made it to the end of this video, thank you. I do like to keep these videos short and concise so you can get the information and go. However, it's sometimes important to be thorough, which is why I showed each stage and their drive impact locations. And I hope you found something in this video useful or interesting, and I won't ask you to like, comment, and subscribe, as I only do this as a hobby and like to give out tech and start discussions on topics that aren't being covered. But you can follow your boy on SoundCloud. Have a good one.
And Eminent coming through with the sub. Shout outs to my homie. 40 months. 40 months. I'm pretty sure that's the maximum you can be currently subbed to the channel.
I believe so. That's
40
beautiful.
Damn months. Shout outs to the homie. Go way back. You already know.
My favorite memory of all time with Eminent is at one of the Beat Fighters. We used to host the tournament Beat Fighters.
Beat Fighters
Amazing.
fun, dude.
yeah.
He transitioned between songs with the People's Court theme, and that is like a canon memory. I remember the whole
That's a
club
core
was
memory?
like, no fucking
He
way.
said, "Didn't."
I think about that so much.
That lives in there rent free, right?
I think about that so much. Dude.